war stories, I guess we could say. If it was that accurate take.
Yeah.
Or like horror story.
Oh, yeah, horror. It was definitely
Yeah,
Halloween.
Halloween
So,
theme. There we go.
We got worst.
I was definitely scared today.
Yeah, we have worst.
Let's stop there.
Yeah, worst trick or treat candy draft. I think this could cause some buzz here, but we did a candy bar draft not too long ago. So, and
The dudes are into candy.
we're into candy. I love candy, and honestly, I'm seeing bad candy that I want to draft on here, but I'm like, would I say no to that? No, I wouldn't. And just to recap last week's draft, Seth, you have the results of that. Phil took kickball in the first round, followed by capture the flag, badminton. Jordan took dodgeball, knockout, king of the court. I took mushball, hockey, flag football. Who won, Phil, or who won, Seth, so that we can decide who gets to choose the lucky number
All right,
behind
so
your back.
Team B, and that would be whoever picked dodgeball, knockout, and king of the court. So
Jordan
I don't know.
took-
who
Jordan. Hey,
Jordan.
clap it
You
up,
know,
Jordan.
I think the dodgeball really helped you out.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, another one.
Because they probably didn't know what King of the Court volleyball really was. So that kind of like.
But that is, at our high school, that is the most popular, I feel like, PE game, right?
King of
Yeah.
the court?
Yeah.
We got some people were mad
Did
we
not
didn't
know
say
that.
pickleball. I guess our area was late to the pickleball
yeah.
party. Like,
Well,
Are you playing that in PE?
most people said they were.
Really? That's
Yeah.
like saying you played tennis in PE.
The ball hockey, for the record, when I was in high school in PE, the ball hockey was my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah,
blast.
It was so fun.
Ball hockey's awesome.
Yeah, so I think that was a good draft. Caught a lot of buzz. We could just on here say this is our favorite Halloween candy, then put worst Halloween candy on Twitter and just watch people's heads explode. Just totally troll people. But maybe April Fools will do something like that. But Seth, hold hold a number behind your head between 1 and 3. Jordan can go first. I'll go second. Phil will go last.
The funny thing about this is he could just think of the number in his head.
He could, but he's kind of a liar.
You got it?
I
I can see the shadow.
He insisted that he needs to hold the finger
He
behind
ca-
his back.
yeah,
So
okay.
For whatever that is, I don't want to know which finger.
I'm
either.
going 1.
I'm gonna go 3. I shouldn't have gone 3.
It's one. Congrats, Jordan.
All right, Jordan.
Winner back to
Should
back.
we make Jordan Hess go first, or should he get to pick his order?
This is the first time he's gone 2-0 in a long time. Yeah, I mean, let him decide. He's the winner.
We'll let you choose, Jordan. You want to go first?
I'll go
second, or
first.
third? Okay. And do you want to just go
Yeah.
clockwise?
Sure.
Counterclockwise?
Normal clock.
I'm going to go. I'm just not a fan of these things. And maybe there's people that like them, but I'm going to go. And I feel like there's
And we're talking about what you don't want to
Worst-
get in
yes.
your.
This is
Yeah.
like the worst thing you've gotten in your.
And like, I feel like this is something that always shows up because it's part of that. Everyone buys the candy mix bags, right?
Yeah,
At Target,
you're right,
or
you're right.
Walmart. And this one always shows up in there. And it's like Reese's, Hershey's, Snickers, then Almond Joy. Almond Joy's the worst. I hate
Okay.
Almond Joy. That's like the one that it's like, if you reach in the bucket, it's like, I'm not taking the Almond Joy.
Yeah.
No, it's the one I feel bad giving kids out is the Almond Joy. They're like, crap. Gave the kid Almond Joys, man. That sucks for him.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big Almond Joy guy.
Do you pass out candy at your parents' house? Because I imagine.
Yeah, at my parents' house, we'll go pass out candy.
Yeah.
They just extended my street here, so I'm hoping to get a little more trick or treaters this year. So that just
Hey, you might be part of the new neighborhood. It might be.
It
I'm
gets
in
hot.
The
This
old
area gets
neighborhood
hot.
butted up against the new neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Like it's like me versus I'm like the other side of the track.
Before that was before it was opened up, I will say though, like you didn't get a lot of visitors, and so when we would come, my kids would have their buckets would be full of candy because you were like, yeah, no one's visited us, and Trent would give us like 2 bags of candy.
I think I gave Phil's daughters like a half a bag of Costco candy like 2 years ago. And I was a hero in their eyes for a couple of days till, the next time they saw me and they realized, I didn't have any more candy. 'Cause I'd given it all to them already. Almond Joys, the older I've gotten, the more I've liked coconuts.
This is my pick, by the way.
I'm
okay.
just recapping his, like.
Trent needs to give an in-depth analysis on every piece
yeah.
of candy.
Like if you're a texture guy, I am a texture guy, but
Yeah.
Almond Joys, maybe if you're kind of watching your weight, maybe they're a little more healthy. I don't
'Cause
know.
that's
Yeah,
fake
it's a
news.
diet candy.
It's
Fake
a
news.
diet candy, and it's kind of like drinking Zevia. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not enjoying it because it's not a Coke, and then you aren't enjoying it because it's just it's still not good for you. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not as good as water, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm actually agreeing with you or not, but I agree that
Do
I
you
don't
like Almond Joys? That's the
Almond Joys are mounds.
I can't remember the last time that I've had an Almond Joy.
I like Almond Joys more than Mounds, I think.
The other thing that really bothers me is when
As an
people
almond farmer,
are
I have to say that.
if people are eating candy and talking to you, that's the worst food to eat and talk to someone, because it's like
For sure.
it's the worst. Like they're smacking and you're just like, hey, just finish up your candy and then you can figure out what you want to tell me. And just, especially if they're on the phone, people who eat, if it's candy, if it's some sort of delectable treat, who cares what it is?
I feel like I'm being attacked.
You haven't done it recently, I wouldn't say. I just can't stand when people do that. I hope that that's kind of like a common thing. That should be a diva. People who eat while they're talking on the phone. It's a terrible sound. It's nauseating. It's disrespectful, I would say, in a lot of ways.
You want to?
I feel like how Jordan felt when I went after,
The
flip
text
flops
mess-
and jeans.
Yeah. I can't think of you doing that. Chips is probably to be the worst, because then it's just like, come on. All right, can I go?
Yes, please.
Yes, all right. The other thing, just to add a little bit more context to my picks here, I don't like sugary candy at all. Like if it's like a sweet and sour candy, does you get what I'm saying? Like Sour Patch Kids, I don't like those candies at all. I prefer like a chocolate. But this is not really.
You like chewy candy, or no?
No, I don't like the sour straws, like all of that stuff. I don't really like. I'm more of a chocolate guy, so I'll have chocolate, but I don't like any of I don't like Skittles. I don't like Skittles. I don't like Starburst, like the kind of that fruity, that vibe. Anyhow, let me get into my actual choice here. I hate Tootsie Rolls.
Oh, I have looking at them right now.
Yeah, Tootsie Rolls are, because they're not chocolate, right?
they're horrible.
It's like this waxed up. It's like if chocolate, fell into a candle factory and then came out, rolled up in a Tootsie Roll. It's absolutely terrible. No one likes them.
I
Absolute
actually
trash.
kind of like Tootsie Rolls, but like I said, there's be candies on here I'm drafting that I don't hate, but they're like on the bottom of my candy pyramid.
Yeah, so this one would probably be the bottom of the pyramid is the thing you're supposed to focus on the most, just for what it's worth. It should be.
Yeah, but usually it's the worst eating things.
I think that might be our first step in understanding nutrition, is that I don't think you know how the pyramid works.
Okay.
That aside,
Does anyone actually think I know how the pyramid works? But I don't think. Yeah, I always forget I'm talking to a nutritionist. But
Trent's pyramid is upside down.
the bigger part's on top, right?
he just thought it was a pizza.
What's on the top of the food pyramid?
It's
for
like
what's worth?
fish, eggs. Like it's
Yeah, all
actually
the
it's
worst stuff.
no, it's actually wrong, right? Like you should breads and grains shouldn't make up the majority of your diet, but that's what I believe is on the very bottom of the pyramid.
Trent, take your first pick.
No, let me finish. I hate Tootsie Rolls.
We got that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And the worst part
this
is
pyramid has daily exercise on the bottom. Yep, not doing that. Yeah, it has running shoes and dumbbells. Yeah, who has time for that? This one has grains. Yeah, I guess that's what you should be eating.
no, it's wrong. It is wrong, but I'm just saying, like
I
most.
think the top is what you're supposed to be eating the most, is what I'm telling you.
No,
No,
it's not.
it's not.
It's the smallest
This one
part
has
of the pyramid.
pasta. This one has
Go,
pasta.
Trent. Take
Trent,
your pick.
just you're
Tootsie
talking
Rolls
to
are
us.
not that
This guy,
bad.
how many times have you subbed in Earth Science,
Yeah.
Jordan? You know,
Give us
health
a-
science.
Health
Tell
is
us
the
your
correct
favorite
class
part
for
about
that.
health. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
Jordan's gonna be talking to us about flossing in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm going yellow Starburst. Worst candy to give out on Halloween. You get the double pack, you open it up, and there are 2 yellow Starbursts. That is like, for one, you're kind of excited because you got Starburst and you like them. And then it's like, oh, shoot, they're both yellow. Like, no one likes yellow Starburst. I'm going double yellow as my worst Halloween candy. And I'm a candy guy, believe it or not. So I'm going yellow Starburst, first round pick there.
I can't even think of how they taste. Like, I think when you have a Starburst, you taste it initially, and then they all taste the same after about a second.
Reds are way better.
Hold up, I just showed yellow Starburst on here, and according to BuzzFeed, yellow and orange Starburst are the best. And if you disagree, you're trash. So you're trash according to BuzzFeed if you care.
Yeah, how do you feel about
But
that?
I don't
Trent?
know who agrees with that. Like
No one
yellow's
likes-
the worst
yeah.
Starburst.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Tell BuzzFeed they can come on our next draft or whatever. I don't care. I'll
For
light those
stupidest
guys up.
website on the internet.
Yeah. All right. Bunch of
Jordan, just
morons
kid-
over there. Yellow
Whoa,
Starburst.
What are we doing here, Jordan? We're gonna end up on BuzzFeed. Go, Jordan.
I'm gonna go with. Man, I'm gonna go with Laffy Taffy.
Oh, I don't like those.
Yeah.
It's just like
The yellow one again is
I
terrible.
mean, but they're just hard to eat. Like
The jokes are subpar. Like I could do better jokes than what
I
they
just-
have on
what-
there.
What's the point of them? Like
Absolutely.
they're hard to eat. When you do eat it, they stick all over your teeth. They're just, I don't know. Like it's just like might as well just throw them in the trash instead of actually opening them up. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I Laffy Taffies are just.
I honestly wonder
Waste
how
of
much
time.
candy is thrown away.
Well, Laffy
each
Taffies
year.
are probably gonna get thrown away. They're just too hard to eat.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, like
And
half
especially
the
if you have
candy,
braces.
half the candy
Yeah.
sticks to the wrapper.
Yeah, it's just,
yeah.
Yeah. There's something about that. Like I had $1 million idea, about 15 years ago, and it was wrapperless Starburst. And they have those now, the minis. So my idea that I should have patented, if you're cruising your local candy aisle, those unwrapped.
Thank
those
Trent.
yeah, you're welcome. But Laffy Taffies, I agree. And maybe the bigger ones are better than the smaller ones. I don't know. I don't really like the taste. They kind of like
they're just not. They're just not enjoyable.
They're all bad. I would say that they're all bad. And again,
And people, should take this stuff serious. Like, hey, if you've bought this bag of candy at Walmart and you haven't opened it, a bag of Laffy Taffies for Halloween, just go ahead and return it and get something good,
yeah, you
Because
absolutely
they
should.
sell that. Maybe it's the cheapest candy. Maybe it's a financial route. I don't want to.
Yeah, I think that's.
I don't want to offend
Tootsie
people
Roll-
that just.
Tootsie Rolls is right up there. Like they're cheap.
It's like
and
the
they're-
dollar store
Yeah.
candy.
Who am I to tell people to not give out candy on Halloween? For goodness
Yeah.
sakes, they're giving it out for free.
Hey,
but
get a
step up your
Costco membership
game.
just for the candy deals. All right. So this is going to be a controversial pick. Can I say Halloween Peeps? Because they're now breaking into like different holiday, markets.
I have
I'm a
never
Peeps
got.
guy, so you're not. Gonna
I love Peeps, but I don't think I've ever gotten one in a.
Okay, that's fine. I don't have
my
to
little
say it.
jack o' lantern. Your
Yeah,
candy
yeah,
pill. Have you
yeah.
ever seen?
I get what you're
Peeps?
saying. Yeah. I think I have for what it's worth, but I will skip out on it. I'm going to go with black licorice.
Oh,
Can't-
you're skipping Peeps.
Yeah, not doing Peeps
Oh.
because we said we couldn't.
There
do
are
it.
Halloween themed Peeps. There's ghosts, Frankenstein, pumpkins, and skulls.
See, I knew that there was, and I hate Peeps.
And they come in 3-packs.
Thank you, Seth. Like it is. Seth knows what's up. Normally, I would have just taken that and run with it, but I'm gonna go with black licorice. Don't like licorice at all. I'm gonna throw licorice and Twizzlers together, even
I'm a
though
Twizzlers guy. I like Twizzlers.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know if you should be able to throw those together.
they do
You
taste
can't
different.
steal 2 picks with one.
I might
Okay,
be the only
okay.
person who likes Twizzlers.
So
for what it's
fine,
worth, but-
black licorice. I hate black licorice.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go with Twizzler right here.
Okay.
I think it's a Twizzler. That's why, like, they are similar. I'm going to say Twizzlers because it's just kind of like a wannabe licorice. I am a licorice guy. I feel like
Okay.
households are either licorice households or Twizzler households. Jordan, are you a both guy?
I like both. I kind of like. I just like Twizzler. I don't know. I like Twizzler. I like licorice.
Okay.
I like both.
I think Twizzlers are harder to open than Laffy Taffies, those little mini ones.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe a little bit.
Seth, can you agree with that?
Twizzlers just taste like a fake licorice to me.
Yeah.
Like they just like it just
If they
doesn't- it
sit
just-
too long, I agree. Twizzlers can get a little bit hard to eat.
I don't mind necessarily eating like a stale licorice that sometimes. Like I
Twizzlers
don't
you
mind
can't
that.
eat. Like Twizzlers, you got to eat it that night. You get it. It opens the
I-
bag. You got to eat it that
Like,
night.
I will say the fat Twizzlers are better than the mini Twizzlers.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
The ones when you can peel them like string cheese, those are better. But yeah, the little snack
Yeah.
size Twizzlers are not good. They're hard to open. you can't open them while driving. That's a huge, that's like, that is a problem.
And it's a potential choking hazard.
Yeah, I haven't tried the purple Twizzlers. Maybe those are good.
Yeah, I'd imagine not. Probably.
I'm just afraid that my wife's gonna listen to this, and then I'm gonna be like eating a Twizzler in a couple weeks. She's gonna be like, "Hey, I thought you didn't like those," and I'll be like, "Yeah, well, they're still pretty
Yeah.
good. They're on the bottom of my candy pyramid, Like,
Yeah.
be like, hey, go look at a pyramid and see what's at the
It was the
bottom."
last one in my bag.
yeah.
I need to make I might make my own candy pyramid. and
You just
post-
redo the
Perfect
pyramid.
for Halloween. Your Halloween candy pyramid.
I guarantee there are going to be people who are going to be ripping us on the nutritional pyramid. It's just like, hey,
we
guys,
should all make our own nutritional pyramid of what we think it is and post it.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fair and accurate assessment.
So yeah, I have Twizzler. Jordan, with your last pick, what do you got here?
Make it a good one, Jordy. Come on.
Yeah, I'm trying. I feel like I've got these before. I don't feel like I've got them recently. Man, I don't know. This is tough.
You could yeah. I was thinking like almost anything snack size, like you know what I mean. But that's like.
What about the candy cigarettes? Those are pretty cool. I know I've brought those up
cool,
before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with.
Am I the only guy that kind of likes Smarties?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like Smarties.
I don't like them.
I'm gonna go with Lemon Heads.
That's solid.
That's a good pick, Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not what I want in my trick or treat.
Like
basket.
jawbreakers in general, like
They're just
should
hard to
be-
eat. Like, and it's just
That was
You going jawbreakers?
I think I might. Do you guys remember when you were kids? You could get those wax candies and you like bite the
I
top
hated
off. And then,
those.
were you gonna say that next?
No, I wasn't, but I did not like those at all. That's a good pick.
And then you just like chew up the wax after. It's like that's such a weird.
Yeah, like why don't I just go to Bath and Body and at least they smell good and
Chew on some soap.
yeah.
Yeah, no, those things were just nasty.
Are you going with wax bottles?
No, I want to, but I don't think enough people know about them, and I think a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, childhood type deal," like I'm going to go with what really doesn't do it for me are the I want to say Raisinets also, because those end up in
just
Halloween.
the raisins. Yeah.
They end up, and it's like, I mean, we're in the raisin capital, right? We're like, I can throw a stone into the raisin capital from where I'm sitting right now. But I will say that I don't like Jawbreakers. They don't do it for me.
Yeah. You
they-
probably have Jawbreakers the following year after Halloween because it's just like who's gonna put that kind of time?
Yeah, and people who were like, it was such a flex about how big of a jawbreaker they got and how long,
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
just
it's
like
yeah.
why don't you just sandpaper your tongue? You know what I'm saying? Like some people that
Save you
did that,
time.
yeah, they're probably the most fit people we know because they couldn't taste food for the next 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Like that was such a weird. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? Like
I know.
kids, you'd go over to their house and they'd have like a half licked, a jawbreaker. And you're like, that is. Number one, it's not hygienic, and number two, like, what's wrong with you?
Seth, you a Jawbreaker guy? You come across a Jawbreaker guy?
I mean, the only times like I eat certain candies is around Halloween time. It's like candies I'll never buy, but it's the fact that I got them for free. It's like, oh, I haven't had this in a year or 2 years. Sure, I'll try it, and I have one box. I'm like, well, this sucks, and I throw it away. That's a Jawbreaker. I have one Jawbreaker, and I'm like, this kind of sucks. I don't want the rest.
The bit like a big one.
No, like the smaller ones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
pack.
Yeah, the little there's like 3 in a pack.
The big ones are fun every once in a while.
No,
'cause
they're
it's
never
cool.
fun. They're
It's
never-
cool.
The
It's
smaller
cool for a
ones are
little
cooler
kid.
than the big ones.
If you hammer it and like bust it up, yeah, sure. But it's not. It's
As
not
the youngest guy in the pod, Seth, do you trick or treat still?
No, I don't.
I don't. That's you never know these days. Like
Yeah.
what is the oldest age you're allowed to trick or treat and like go door to door? I'm not talking like go to a Halloween party. Like what's the oldest?
Yeah, if you're an
age?
adult, you can dress up, but like you can't
With your child.
Yeah, or if you go to a party, right? But you can't go to door and ask for candy. Like maybe if you're holding the bag for your child,
Yeah.
maybe that's
sure.
okay. But
What-
you
what
can't
about
have
the
your own
people-
bag. No
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
What
no,
about people
that's
that go trick or treating with like a 4-month-old and they dress them up as like a pumpkin and go door to door? It's like, yeah, I'm sure this kid.
Is this like a confession right now or what?
no? It's just a
Oh.
just a question.
If your kid can walk,
then
then you can trick or treat for them.
Yeah. And also,
with
I
them, not for maybe.
will say even
With
when they're
them,
when they're
yes.
like 1 and they can't really walk around, a lot of kids like just being in the stroller and seeing all the people. And like, I remember, back in my Burbank days, they had the pretty cool setup there.
Hey, LA trick or treating, I hear, is out of this world.
Oh no, you could Burbank trick or treating was actually really legit because you would have like some lower level celebs that lived like right around you that you could go to some cool neighborhoods and people were slinging some good candy out there. You know what I'm saying? There was a guy who had a setup actually, and he was offering wine to people also, like not
That's for the adult trick or treaters.
the adult trick or treaters. He was like, kids can go get their candy. You can have wine. He had a couple other beverages that were available. But that was like not uncommon, right? And so it was just a little bit, and I would even say it was more family friendly because like everyone came out. It was like it was a pretty cool deal, and it wasn't getting wild or anything. So yeah, Burbank trick or treating is definitely up there in terms of places that you should trick or treat.
Yeah,
I
that's
think.
what I've heard. I've heard LA. It's it's a big deal. All right, to wrap up this draft, my last pick here. This is hard for me. Oh, actually, this isn't. This might be my best pick. Dum Dums.
Oh yeah,
They're
those
the
are
worst.
terrible.
Like, why are those even a candy? Like,
It almost is waxy, right?
yeah, I eat one every time I go to Supercuts, but yeah, it's
Man,
the worst.
I'm on the opposite.
You like
I
Dum
don't mind the
Dums?
Dum Dums.
Like
yeah.
you like there's some like root beer. There's like
Yeah.
a berry. But like I don't mind them, but that's not something I want in my trick or treat bag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree. I agree with you.
But like, see, I guess I don't mind them as much as you guys do.
I like Dum Dums, but I prefer the Tootsie Pops more.
Yes,
See, I like Dum Dums over Tootsie Pops.
I don't even know what those are.
You don't know what Tootsie,
Tootsie
Pops?
Pops. How many? The owl and everything, and they got the store on them. You know what a Tootsie Pop is?
Dum
Yeah, it's
Dums,
getting-
Tootsie
it's-
Roll in the
but
middle.
Dum Dums, you can get through them faster though.
You can eat way more, but
Yeah, and I actually do like the Dum Dums. I like them. But
That's your worst pick, I think,
No, I-
Trent.
Oh, Tootsie Pops. Yeah.
this
I
is
get what
like
you're saying.
when you go trick or treating and you get a Dum Dum.
I don't
like,
mind it. I don't.
It's
mind
like,
it.
okay, thanks for spending $2 so everyone can trick or treat.
those
your
are
house,
actually
you know?
my favorite. Like that's like probably up there in my favorite like things to get in a Halloween bag.
I agree.
Is suckers.
Dum Dums is right up there. I like Dum Dums.
I'm not a Dum Dum guy.
Especially
didn't
if
know
you
I drink a
trade the
pot
good
with
ones
Dum
with your
Dums,
friend's bag
but,
and give you your bad ones.
What about those houses? You're a kid, you're trick or treating, and they have like the "Please take one" sign. That's just asking, to get robbed blind on Halloween. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Phil, you definitely
And
were a guy that
most
you took at
kids-
least 3.
Yeah, and most kids can't read that sign anyway, so
Yeah.
they just see a bucket of
Or at
candy
least
and
I
they're like,
forgot at that moment.
yeah. It's like you're speaking Spanish when they.
Seth, I don't know.
The other thing that the Dum Dums, that one's not bad. What do you guys think about jelly beans? I hate jelly beans.
I like jelly beans.
Maybe that's a
Fine.
bad
I just
take.
feel like I
hate-
never really get those in trick or treating.
Again, another weird
Christmas
flex, like
candy.
another weird one. It's like this is gonna taste like armpit sweat. They have some
Oh,
weird.
the Bean Doozle Jelly Bellies are a great time to give to friends.
They're super weird.
I brought one of those to a work meeting one time, and I sat down into the year meeting, very serious, had a jar of Bean Doozle Jelly Bellies, and just started passing them around the table. I had a jar, took a handful, just passed it to the guy to my right. He took one and went all the way around to the guy speaking, and he ate like 3 handfuls, and he finally looked at everybody and said, "These are really bad." I don't know, just a good jelly.
Yeah,
story.
it's a good one for sure.
I feel like there's a little bit of sarcasm there. Anyways, stuff we missed. We missed Good and Plenty, Jolly Ranchers.
I like
Jolly Ranchers are
Ranchers.
awesome.
What?
Yeah, I'm not-
Jolly Ranchers? What are you talking about?
Those are like the
Just going
only
up-
like
going up the
Swedish.
list.
Candy corn.
I
Yeah.
like.
I'm a
candy
candy
corn.
corn.
That one's too easy though.
I
I'm a
love
candy corn
corn.
guy. We're gonna get
I
made
need to
fun
get
of
some
for.
candy corns.
What about Butterfingers? Get stuck in your teeth.
No, they're
I like
good.
Butterfingers.
Hey, what about this one? You know
Yeah, you
those
get to eat
little
them later. That's my favorite.
You know
part.
those? They're kind of like Starburst, but they're always hard and stale. It's like it's called the something like the soft and fruity. You know what I'm talking about? You're like, let me
Now
show you
and
my
Laters?
computer. Yeah, like these ones.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I remember eating those as a kid.
Those
Those
are
are like dollar store candy.
They're terrible.
yeah.
I hate getting.
They kind of look like the same box as Nerds, but those are wrappers. They kind of look like it from
Yes,
afar. I don't
that's
like
just
Nerds
that's
either.
just that's one maybe we missed.
Dots. Those are also terrible.
I love red dots.
Those little like little pieces of paper with like the little like it almost is like little
The stickers.
yeah, the stickers are bad.
Is it Nico wafers? That's one that
Yeah, I haven't
everybody
had
Yeah, I
hates.
never
I've
had those,
tried
but-
They had a root beer flavored on those too. I'm just not a candy guy like that.
Underrated candy bottle caps. I like
no
those.
idea
Those
what
are really good.
That's definitely rated bad for a good reason. Those are nasty.
No, those are great, man. The root beer one's amazing. I'm
No.
on a huge root beer kick. Mary Jane's. Have you guys had those?
No.
That's it's a hard like caramel candy. Wax cola bottles is on here.
That's the one that I said.
Circus peanuts.
Yeah, those are weird.
Yeah.
I kind of like those, but again,
I don't even know what they.
Trent, I think you liked everything.
Yeah.
no, this was a hard draft for me. But
Everything on the top of Trent's pyramid is really good.
anyways, well, guys, thanks for tuning in. We will see you Monday morning with our Week 8 recap and waivers. Remember, don't be rude. Share the dudes. Really helps us out. And as always, take care.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing. This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.